Welcome back to the Blockheads server. It's episode 63, and today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building a big thing. Where I am right now is I'm at the spawn-in portal in the end, and sPlay, and I believe Moo as well, have designed and built a giant machine. This machine actually creates concrete from nothing. No, it's actually some sort of a duplication thingy-mabob. Somehow you can duplicate concrete by putting it into the end portals or something, and then by pushing those concretes into the end portal, it duplicates it both in the overworld and the end here. And then what they've done is they've made a way to get the concrete to then be processed. And then there's some blast chambers down here. Anyway, I'm not necessarily here to show you how this machine works because I have no flippin' clue how it works. I know that it does work because it does put out some various types of concrete. Oh man, that's a lot of it. That's a lot of it already, and it's not even started yet. Anyway, they've got some different colors going. I think it also duplicates sand. They haven't put the sand in there yet. Anyway, what I'm going to do here is they wanted me to build basically a thing around this, a build around this, that basically they want an asteroid to hit the end island and explode. But as like a build, right? Like not actually do that. So they want to surround this build with an asteroid. And I'm thinking of something that looks a little bit more like a comet than like an asteroid. The more I've been thinking about it. But anyway, so basically we're going to build a great big ball with some tails coming out and then an explosion as it hits the end island. And that was sPlay's idea, and I think it's a pretty cool idea, and I think it might be a fun build. Let's go ahead and get started on that. So the thing I was just using there was FreeCam, but there's another thing that I can use called MiniHUD. And if I go into this right here, there's a mod that we're using. We are kind of modding Minecraft, although it's like more like vanilla-ish stuff that enhances the vanilla game. So you guys know about the carpet mod. We've talked about that a little bit on here, that they have the carpet mod installed. The other mod that I'm using right now, or one other mod that I'm using, is this MiniHUD thing. And all that it does is it allows me to put this little, you can see like my FPS and the time of day up on the left-hand side in orange there. That is, that's MiniHUD doing that. The other thing we can do with MiniHUD is we can build shapes here, and I think I have a shape. And some of the shapes that you can do in MiniHUD, just to let you know, are you can do a sphere, a can spawn sphere, not really sure what that is, circles. So basically, spheres and circles is pretty much it. It'd be nice if they added some more shapes to it, but that's all that I think are there. I created a shape earlier, and I have it disenabled, so if I click this, there it goes, and now you can see this shape here. And let me go into my FreeCam again. If I zoom out here, you can see clearly that we have a nice sphere, and that sphere is covering the machine that we wanted to cover, this concrete duping making thing. And so that's going to be the size of the meteor / asteroid that is going to hit the poor end island. Okay, I think I have the thing positioned correctly so that it is completely encompassing the machine. It's a little higher than I had it before, and it's just a little bit on the... I guess it'll work. Okay, so I have pretty much nothing in my inventory except for my wings, a few rockets, a golden carrot or 3, and just a few blocks and an iron pickaxe. And of course we have a water bucket. So my plan is I'm going to break out wherever this, you know what I need to do is I need to figure out exactly, or like not exactly, but where the middle-ish of this ball, the sphere is. So I guess it's going to be over just a little bit right here, because I can't actually like see the MiniHUD thing through the glass, which is a little annoying. There we go, that's pretty good. So I think if I use the water bucket and then go below here, I should be able to build some of the bottom of the sphere as we're coming underneath. Because I don't think that's going to be seen very much, because most people aren't going to be trying to fly under the darn thing. It might be seen from like these angles and stuff. So I don't know. Like I said, it's not going to be an exact sphere, so I don't need to worry about it too much, but I do want to make it look cool. So anyway, moment of truth here. Here we go. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to break... I'm going to break all this glass out anyway, eventually, because it's going to be... You're going to be contained within this. I think this is like a safety glass for when they built this thing. But I don't think they really want the glass here, so... all right. Anyway, here we go. Oh, man. This scares me. Okay. I'm at level 18. That's low in the world. Okay. Let's use the blackstone, I guess, first. And... Jeez, this freaks me out. I feel like I'm going to die and lose my wings. All right, here we go. Jeez. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, this isn't too bad, except I cannot see... Oh, there it is. Okay. We're just going to kind of... Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then... Right there. Oh, junk. I'm like drowning. Okay. I think I kind of have something. If I take back out this water, I should be able to fall onto that block and start building. This is freaking me out. In case you guys can't tell, this is totally freaking me out. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. We're safe. Sort of. It's actually one block below where we really needed to be. And if I just keep the shift button held down, I think I'll be able to kind of start building here. Ah! Okay, so we kind of have the bottom of the thing started. I don't like this weird lump that I've got going on, but it's going to be okay. We'll be able to deal with it. But I just wanted to at least get down here and get something built so that I'm not just floating over the end like a crazy person. It's really weird to see myself like with this free cam. It's really nice because I can basically go into spectator mode without having a second account. Well, this is very interesting. Evidently, I need to be making sure that I light this thing up as we go here. Okay, well, I had my first death on this project. My goal is to not die ever again while I'm building this thing. But what I did is I was trying to get rid of these stupid Endermen by breaking the block underneath him, and I accidentally hit his toe. And, not this Enderman, but another Enderman. So I was basically doing this, and then somehow I hit the hitbox where his toe was, and he got mad at me and killed me almost instantly. So, yeah, not the greatest thing. It wasn't super awesome, but it took me a while to get back here. But it wasn't that bad. And I also discovered this little hole right here that is not making me happy. And so we're going to get rid of that little hole in just a moment. And we got to get rid of this, like, thing right there. Okay, so we have a decent amount of progress going. Let me show you without all of the... Oh, boy. It felt like I fell or something. That was pretty wild. Let me show you without all the stuff here. There we are. So what I'm trying to do is try to make the blackstone kind of be more like the inside of the little comet asteroid-y chunk thing. So here's a good example right here where basically like the blackstone is kind of recessed. That's kind of what I'm doing. And then like some of this basalt and tuff and the deep slate and stuff, the lighter blocks anyway, are kind of more on the outside. And then what I'm trying to do is create these little cracks in the thing, like it's actually impacted the side of the end. Wow, I did not know these things extended below the surface. Anyway, I digress back to what we were doing. That kind of show that like, oh, the meteor, the comet is breaking up, and it's, you know, the impact is incredibly hot, and the magma blocks are kind of taking over there. And then kind of as we get closer to this, I'm going to probably do more magma as we get closer. But I think it's starting to look good. The only thing that I'm regretting is these blocks down here that we kind of started with. So I'm going to have to eventually come back to the middle here and tear, especially these ones out right here. They just look, it just looks like, oh, why does the asteroid have a weird knob on the bottom? Zippity zip 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 dip 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 dip. La 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 la. Well, okay, so I've been at this for a while, and we've got some done here. I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. Let's take a look in free cam, see if we can see it. So we've got a decent amount done here. I'm saying it's probably getting close to halfway. Well, not this side. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the magma blocks anywhere where the sphere is touching the end island. And the reason for that is because obviously as the asteroid or meteor or whatever hits the end island, that would be where, the impact would turn the rock immediately into fire and molten whatever. And so I think it's starting to look pretty good. Okay, so I've been making some progress here. My trouble is that if we were to go out of here, you'll notice there's a few of these little guys with their purple eyes here. Some of these little purple eye freaks are spawning around on this thing. And I think the only thing I can really do to fix that is to slab it. To put some slabs. Unfortunately, I can't put slabs where there's tuft because tuft doesn't have a slab variation, but I can do the deep slate and the black stone. I can put slabs on top of those things. It's getting really difficult to build this because I'm no longer sort of working upwards inside. I'm working like upwards outside, and it's become a little bit more challenging for some reason. So progress has definitely slowed. I am having some seriously bad luck on this server. Let me explain to you what happened. Let me just explain this to you. Okay, so I'm working on this little area where the Endermen are spawning, and I'm trying to slab it, and then I look at one of the Endermen, gets mad at me, or maybe I hit him with my hand. I don't know. Anyway, Enderman mad, hits me a couple times. I jump off the edge of this thing. I'm flying out into the void. I eat some food to get my my food back up because I think I had about half a heart at this point. And then at that exact moment, right when I was switching to my rockets, right at that moment, my mouse batteries died. Yes, the mouse batteries died. Can you believe that one? No warning. No, hey, your mouse is getting low on battery. None of that. Just dead. Just mouse batteries dead. Done. And then floating off into the void. Could I get batteries into my mouse in time to save myself? No. Absolutely not. Well, you guys, they're stalking me. They're stalking me. I don't know why there are slime in the end. There were two of them. One of them looked like it despawned or something. What? Why? A little bit of a progress update. We have gone all the way up to where the little sphere thingy is starting to curve and go up on top, which is super nice because I don't know, it's just been kind of a long haul to make this thing, but I think it's looking really good. I'm feeling a lot better. I know I was a little bit distraught there because I had died so much and everything, but I'm feeling a lot better because I kind of got a little bit of a in the rhythm of how to do this. I've been kind of using more of the deep slate. Yeah, I should probably mix in maybe some of this cobblestone actually a little bit more. It looks like kind of better down here because there's so many different types. But oh well. The reason I did that is because those are the types that I have slabs for. So I don't really have slabs for tough, obviously. So these guys are just kind of hanging out here now. That's where they live. And I don't have slabs for the, I don't know why you're here. Is there a light problem there? No, you're just hanging out on top of a slab. How'd you get there? That's obvious. Anyway. Okay, another progress update. I started working on the front of this thing, or I guess the part of it that's hitting the end island on the top here. And it's starting to look really, really cool. I'm really liking this. Yeah, I like how the magma is like kind of going up. I was thinking about putting in some shroom lights to make it a little bit brighter, like right where it hits. But I don't think that's necessary. I don't think I'm actually going to do that. You guys, it's almost done. Well, the sphere is almost done. I still have to do some decorating and do the tail and stuff of the sort of streaming in kind of thing. But all I have to do is fill in this one little spot, and the sphere will be mostly done. Yeah, I'm so excited because this thing has taken forever. This has taken a very long time, but I think the result is really, really cool. And sPlay, the one who pretty much commissioned this, or asked me to do it, or said it'd be a good idea or whatever, is really happy with it, and he hadn't even seen the thing finished yet. So that's really nice. That always makes me happy when the other blockheads are happy with the build that I did. This thing is pretty big on the inside when I think about it. Like, you can totally just like fly around in here. It's pretty massive, actually. Okay, so I started making the explosion that's happening with this thing, and I think I'm starting with this glass. So what I did here is I put some glass blocks just kind of flying out from that, and then that kind of led me to do some in the front here, as though this thing is basically smashed through this glass, and the glass has gone flying forward towards the rest of the end here. And I think that kind of makes quite a bit of sense, honestly. So I need to do more glass, and I'd like to do... I don't know how far out I want to do it. I don't want to get too carried away with it, because I have to do a lot of this kind of thing with end stone as well. So I don't want to get too carried away with the glass, but I didn't want to like neglect it and make it look weird like the thing hit, but like the glass wasn't there or something. The next thing I was attempting to do was to try to make the ground look like it was being cracked and smashed up by the asteroid impact. And I kind of came up with this right here. And I really kind of, well, at least last night when I went to bed, I hated it. I absolutely hated it. And now, I don't know. I don't know what I think about it. I kind of feel like it needs to be smoother with just cracks instead of having these sort of lumpy looking things. I was thinking that, like, when the asteroid comes and smashes into the thing, that it would just like, crunch the blocks up into little piles and stuff. But maybe, I don't know. Last night I was really hating it, and then I went to bed and I was like, man, I'm a terrible builder. I suck at this. I'm such a blockhead. and then this morning I'm like, well, it actually doesn't look too bad. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that. But then I have a couple of bits just flying away from it. So like here's a bit flying away from it, and there's a bit flying away from it, and this bit flew away from it, smacked into the end column thingy, the obsidian column, and kind of smashed apart. I just wanted it to be sort of just absolute chaos out here in front of this asteroid. Okay, so I decided to go with cracks in the ground and leave the ground kind of level. Yeah, I mean, it's looking okay. It looks a little generic, but kind of derpy a little bit here and there, like this little thing right here. I was trying to create like sort of spots like this, that we have in the actual, let me turn that thing off, that we have in the actual like rock that's hitting the island, but yeah, didn't quite pull it off correctly, so I need to mess with it a little bit more. But I'm starting to put in some of these flying pieces of the end, and I think it's starting to look okay. So I think I've got something that is workable so far. I didn't take this out quite as far as I was going to, but I think that too much, like less is more in this one. I don't know. I don't want to like take over the whole end island with this build, but I think this is looking pretty good. So the last thing that I want to do is I want to build the tail, and I want the tail to kind of come out up here at an angle. And I'm not exactly sure how to get that done, but we're gonna give it a go. I think starting somewhere back here, like right in this area right here, and then kind of extending it up and backwards. And I think what I'm going to do is do that in like kind of a chunk of, like a piece of netherite coming back. And then what I can do is I can use my mini HUD tool to create some circles around. So like if I make a circle like right on the sphere here, and then I make another circle and another circle and another circle and maybe another circle, then I can kind of get a reference of like how the tail is going to look, but I don't exactly know. Okay, I've got a length. I think that's about right. And it does look like with this thing that it's just striking the end island, and it's coming in at about the right angle. I'm really happy with it. I think that's going to be good. And of course, our good friends, the Endermen, the Ender people, have come to visit and check out our little project here. So they're probably going to try to kill me, so I'm going to have to light this thing up. And I also need to go get some sea lanterns and some different colors of glass. So I'm going to work on that and come back. Okay, well, we're up here on top of this thing that I'm trying to build, and let me just zoom out and show you what's going on here. What the heck is that? What is that? This is not working at all. As you can see, this looks terrible. What was I thinking? This looks awful. This looks so derp. This is the derpest thing I've ever made. It's bad. It's really bad. Oh, you guys. It's so bad. This is the most disgusting thing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tear this out. Because you guys are like, thank goodness. We're going to go ahead and tear this out because what I'm going to do is a different technique that I kind of came up with while I was thinking about how bad this looks, is that basically I'm going to take and make these streamer things coming out like the netherrack one, but I'm going to make them out of glass and a few of these little sea lantern deals, and they're going to come from the back of this thing in a circular type pattern. So I still need to make a circle kind of on the back of this, on the upper back of this ball thing, the asteroid. But I'm going to make individual streamers coming out, and I think that's going to look a lot better. Well, I love it when I decide to make a circle, and then the app that I use to help me make the circle gave me a 25 block diameter instead of a 25 block radius like I wanted. Well, okay, it appears as though I have a bit of a problem. Okay, it's still not a perfect circle, but I feel like it's a lot better because at least it's closed and it looks circle-ish. So that's pretty good because, I mean, the streams are going to be coming out of this thing, and you're not going to be able to tell if it's like a perfect circle or not because of the way that they're going to be coming out, kind of going out and back like that. All right, I finally collected all of the things that we need, and this is kind of what I'm doing right here. I'm building these glass pieces out, following this pattern of 2, and then 2, and then 2, and 2, and 2, like that. I'm leaving this for now because I think that is the final length that I'd like to make some of these streams. But basically, I'm just going to kind of start on the bottom edge right here and sort of work my way up to try to get these streams to come out off of this the meteor in this fashion. And I think it's going to work out just fine. Wait, what's my total now? Oh, 60 deaths now. Because there are slimes in the end. So when I come through the end portal, there's like 400 of these frigging things attacking me. And it's like, what are they doing here? This is what we've got so far. I think it's looking okay. The only thing is, it's a little bit like you can see like the lines coming out, and it's kind of looks strange. So what I've been doing is I've been trying to put some glass panes in here. It's a little hard to see them, but if I get in real close, you can see that there's some glass panes going on in there. And I've been trying to do that as we go. But this is a thing. It's really, I think it's going to look good in the end. But man, it's like annoying to build this. It's really bad. Anyway, good news, very good news, excellent, beautiful news. Replay mod is now out for 1.17.1. I have it installed So I think we're going to do this in a third person fast forwardy thing. So here we go. $16, $17, $18, $19, $20, and $21. Holy cow. That was a grind and a half. That was probably the most grindy thing I've ever done in this game. Wow. Wow. I think the only thing that I could compare it to is the grindiness of the Season 1 Nether hub. That thing was a bear. This thing was a total bear. What a pain. It was so difficult to get this grindy thing finished, but I am completely happy with it. I think it looks really good. Let's take a look with our little free cam here. My favorite look is like right here at the top of this thing. Just look at this. You can see it like hitting the end island. It looks like there's flames coming out of the back of it as it's flying into the atmosphere. I was experimenting with putting a few extra blocks here. Whoa, 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 whoa. I have toggle sneak on to help my building. Anyway, right here we have these little blocks right here, these little light blue blocks. I'm going to get rid of those. But yeah, this thing looks unbelievable. Oh, I went into the pillar or something. I don't know. There's only one or two things I wanted to do still, and that is to put some of the lava in here, some of the magma in here, and on the other side as well, and then get rid of this little glass platform at the bottom. So we need to do those couple of things, but holy cow, the flames are done. That was such a grind. That was a horrible grind. That was awful. A couple times during this grind, I thought about quitting Minecraft. I thought about just quitting. Just being like, I'm never going to finish this thing. It was really, really, really awful. But I think it looks really good. Look at that. Look at that. Oh man, that was an awful grind though. I don't know if it was 100% worth it, to be honest with you. Oh, that was such an awful grind. Well, guys and gals, this has been Hex. I hope you've enjoyed this episode here on the Blockheads server. I hope that you were inspired by this build. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoy looking at it now that it's done. Anyway, I hope you're having an amazing, awesome, beautiful, fantastic, stupendous, tremendous, stupendous. I already said stupendous day. And God bless.